Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a close look at the AAQ-33 Sniper Advanced Targeting Pod, the newest addition to the F-16 Viper in DCS. This pod brings high-resolution optics, extended targeting range, and improved stability over previous systems, giving the Viper a serious edge in precision strike missions. Jump in the flight deck with me, I'll show you how it's done. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is select our TGP. And then we're going to take control of our screen because it's currently not SOI, not sensor of interest. So we're going to take control with DMS, Display Management Switch down. Not SOI has disappeared and we have the white box around our screen. Top left, air to ground is the current TGP mode. We could be in air-to-air or air-to-ground or standby. We're going to stick to air-to-ground for now. PTR is used to shoot a ray of light that is only visible through night vision goggles. We can activate it by pressing PTR here, and you see the display that the symbology that changes. Or we can do it with, we can also activate it by pressing TMS right twice in rapid succession. TV switch here is the zoom level or the FOV level, similar to the FOV switch on the stick of the F-16. We are currently using TV mode, and actually the initial picture or the zoomed out picture of the TV mode is actually the white hot picture. I'm gonna show it to you right now, because if I select this switch here, which is the camera mode, if I go to white hot, there's absolutely no changes except for the little square here that has changed in size. Otherwise, it is the same image. So the first zoom level of the TV sensor is actually the white hot image. If I press on it once, I'm gonna get the first real TV picture, which is in the middle here. So this mode is called picture in picture. So you get the center, which is the real TV camera, and the periphery here is the IR mode sensor. If I press on it once more, we're going to zoom in on this part of the screen, which is going to fill our whole screen. And then if we press once more, we go to TV XR, extended range. This is a image resolution software that makes the image way more accurate. We can also do this with the FOV switch on the stick of the F-16. So I'll press once, we go into picture in picture. Press once more and we got the full TV camera picture. And if I press once more, I go back to the initial picture. I don't get XR. To get XR, I need to do FOV twice rapidly on the stick of the F-16. Oops, here we go. So now we're in TV XR mode. If I change the camera mode from TV to white hot, this is strictly an infrared picture now. And if we go through the same process, we are in wide XR. Although you can see that the image is not very clear. And there's a reason for it. Just stand by one. If I press once more, we go to narrow, and then one more time, narrow XR. If I go back to the initial image and I use the FOV switch of the F-16, if I press once, we're going to go into a narrow view. And if I press once more, we go back to wide. Again, to access the XR software processing, extended range, we need to do FOV twice in rapid succession. So we are now in wide XR and narrow XR. Now, in order to really take advantage of the XR, we need to be in a terrain following mode. So I'm going to go with TMS right short, and we're going to go into area track, and here we go. That is the power of the sniper pod, extended range and clear image. So now if I can go from wide XR to narrow XR and everything appears very clear. When we move the camera around, we lose the XR processing, and it takes a few seconds once you stop the camera for the image to become clear again. We can also change the polarity or the camera mode with TMS left. And we'll cycle through TV, white hot, and black hot. I really like white hot. Override switch here just makes the pod go standby. Control, we have TV on or off. This is only useful at night when you don't want to use the TV at all. You just want to use the IR camera, so you just come here and turn the TV off. Focus, we can change the focus of the image using the radar cursor switch up and down. However, you're going to find that the best image is found at focus 50, which is the default. These other V instrument, FLIR, calibration, auto bore, these are maintenance functions. We can go to auto gain or manual gain, and then play with the sensitivity of the gain with those switches. I usually just leave it in auto gain, and this only declutters the image. Neutral track, white track or black track. This is to make it easier for the pod to follow either one or the other. Maybe you want to only follow white track or black track. If you leave it in neutral, it's going to track fine white track or black track. Cursor 0, if you slew the camera around and you want to bring the camera back to your steer point, you press cursor 0. You can also do it with the HOTAS of the F-16. If you go TMS down twice in rapid succession, it does the same thing. It does a cursor 0. Steer point does nothing at the moment. We can also zoom on the picture using the man range key on the throttle of the F-16. Multi-track is coming up next. Laser spot track, this activates the search function of a laser that would be shot by another aircraft or by a JTAC. We can activate it by using this OSB or by using uncage on the throttle of the F-16. And currently it would be looking for code 1688. We can change that. If we go on our ICP and use list and then 0 for miscellaneous, 5 for laser. This is our current R code for our TGP, and then LST code. We can select it by going double down once, and then we can throw in, let's say, 1721, enter. And then if we look on our screen here now, the LST would be looking for laser code 1721. All right, now let's talk about how we can take advantage of the XR processing. We already talked about TMS right short, brings us in IR area track. If I go TMS down, I'm going to leave that mode, and you can see that the arms of the cross has become longer. So this mode is called slave mode. So now we're back to slewing our steer point around. If I do TMS right long, I'm going to go to INR track. INR track locks the view of the camera in space. So even if you're maneuvering the aircraft, or if a moving target was to be obscured by for a few moments behind a building or a tree or something, you can use INR mode so that the camera always looks in the same direction. I'm going to go TMS down short, bring back to slave mode, and the last tracking mode is a point track. So I'm going to select here one of the vehicle on the runway and press TMS up short. Oh, it went into IR area. It's not what it should be doing. Point track, here we go. So TMS up short brings you into a point track, which would follow the vehicle if the vehicle was moving. TMS down. Now let's go to multi-track. Multi-track allows the system to follow multiple tracks at the same time. I think it's up to 12 tracks at the same time. Most of the time, the F-16 is only carrying, let's say, 4 GBU. So we're gonna show how to work with 4 targets today. So we're gonna go with multi-track. I'm gonna zoom in. We can always also use XR processing. So I'm gonna use FOV twice to activate the XR processing, and then I want to do an area track. But while I'm in multi-track, I cannot do only TMS right short. I'm pressing TMS right short and it won't go into area track. I need to press TMS right long to go into area track. So now we're going to get a nice picture, and we're going to select 4 targets. So over the first one, TMS up short, we have a circle. TMS up short over the second, TMS up short on the third one, and TMS up short on the fourth one. You can see that the symbology disappears when we are in XR mode, except for the circle, which is our primary target. So for situational awareness, I'm gonna come out of XR mode with FOV twice. So now we've got our primary target in the circle and our secondary targets with the squares. So to go from one target to the next, we use TMS right short. Now if I slew my camera around and I want to go back to my primary target, I need to do TMS up long, but it's currently not working because we are still in a terrain following mode. So we're going to get out of that and go back to slave mode by pressing TMS down short. Now that I'm in slave mode, I can press TMS up long and my TGP slews back to my primary target. And if I want to select another primary target, I go TMS right and then TMS up long to slew to this one. TMS right short, TMS up long, and you get the idea. If we want to remove a target, once the cross is over the target, we press TMS down. So now we're down to 3 targets and none selected. Now there's another way to do this. If we, instead of being in a terrain following mode, if we are already in slave mode, I can select my 4 targets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now I'm not going to slew my camera. I leave it still, and if I go TMS right, my camera slews automatically to the primary target. Alright, we're going to finish it off with what we have on the screen itself. On the top left here we have the latitude and longitude of the camera, of the position of the camera, and the elevation above mean sea level. Our zoom factor 3x. Our altitude of the aircraft, a north arrow to help with the situational awareness, estimated time of arrival at our current speed, and this is the estimated distance to the center of the cross. If I move the view of the TGP away, we can see the distance moving around. Alright, this time we're looking at the air-to-air mode of the sniper pod. Our master arm is on, master mode air-to-air. This time I'm going to select my TGP on the right side. I'm going to take control of my TGP by going DMS down, and I'm going to select multi-track. When in multi-track, the targeting pod will automatically track targets that are in view. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, and I'm going to select the target in this box by doing TMS up, and now I've got a point track. We see the target is in the dashed box in the heads-up display. I'm going to come to my fire control radar, and I'm going to select the target next to it. So now I got 2 targets in my heads-up display. One is tracked by my TGP, and one is tracked by my fire control radar. I'm going to select my AIM-9s, and by doing DMS down, By switching the SOI, sorry, from left to right, my missile is going to track either one or the other. So now I'm currently my missile is tracking the target which is followed by the targeting pod. And if I go DMS down, now my missile is looking at the target tracked by my fire control radar. So I can shoot two AIM-9s in rapid succession. We're going to move a little closer in and we'll demonstrate that. Alright, we're now in range, so I'm going to press uncage, weapon release, DMS down, uncage, weapon release. So I got two missiles in the air, and I would not be surprised if those airplanes were able to escape my missiles. One's hit, the other one is not. DMS down, uncage, fire. Super efficient. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.